You need to put some distance between yourself and that egregious display. These look like simpler times. Probably better to mess with her earlier on the timeline rather than later. Kanaya, enter name.
Why, Miss Lalonde, it does appear that you have once again fallen out of favour with the flighty broads and their snarky horse-shit-o-meter. Your move, therapist.
This is boring. Where's the challenge in teasing a mentally retarded alien girl? Her stupid walkthrough was probably plagiarized from another more advanced civilization or something. Maybe bothering her friends will be more interesting. Kanaya, troll the John human.
Hello.
Hi?
Allow me to make this simple. I am a troll from another universe using a chat client utility which is capable of contacting you and your friends at any point of your lives which I choose, up to and including the moment of your own incompetence-fueled self-destruction. I'm looking for evidence of intelligence in your species, a reason, any reason at all, really, to justify wasting the few precious remaining moments of my life on you. It has fallen on your shoulders to supply me with that reason, John Human. Go.
What?
What indeed? I was just leaving.
So, you're a time traveler?
No, we don't actually travel through, well, not all of us do. One of us does, though. That's not what we are talking about here, and is aside from the point.
So let me see if I have this straight. You are a time-traveling space alien from the future sent here to study humans.
No.
Are you from Mars? Is it a mission of peace?
No, John, you weren't listening.
What does your time machine look like? A phone booth? Phone booths are popular for some reason.
Damn it.
Were you lured to Earth by a huge gyroscopy thing that Jodie Foster piloted in Contact, while Matthew McConaughey sort of acted as her spiritual guide, I guess?
What the hell?
And then he kind of preached to her about having faith instead of believing in the sciences so hard all the time, and I guess in the end she believed him, I guess? Actually, I'm not even sure what the point of McConaughey was in that movie, but he was still awesome. And then Jodie found her dad on an alien planet, but I think he was a ghost or something, or maybe an alien in disguise. And then she went home and nobody believed her, but you just know McConaughey believed her, because he had all the faith. I mean, all of it. Anyway, does that have any applicability to your cosmic interstellar astro journey?
Okay. You're even dumber than the Rose Human. That's incredible, really.
Pfft, I know I'm dumber than Rose. That's not much of a burn, dude.
I'm a girl, not a boy.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why I thought you were.
It happens.
Were you trolling Rose too? Time travel trolling?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Oh boy, let me put on my quantum space hat and extraterrestrial adventure boots, and then you can tell me all about it.
If you weren't so stupid, I'd suspect you were being insincere for the benefit of your own amusement.
I don't follow.
I just spoke to her in the future. She's an imbecile, and conveying how much I dislike her at this point presents an overwhelming gauntlet of personal expression. But regardless, she said to paste something from our conversation to get you to understand what's going on. I have strong doubts it will be effective, but here goes. I should figure out how the viewport feature of this application works, so I can see what such a primitive creature looks like. Well, I know what you guys look like. You kind of look like Howie Mandel from Little Monsters, even though, to be perfectly frank, he was kind of a big monster, because he was a big goofy adult and Fred Savage was like his child prankster's sidekick. Is this an adversary you have encountered on your quest? No, it's a movie. You should ask John about it, because he thinks it's awesome, which it is.
Oh man, you blew it. Now I know for sure you're trolling me. Rose hates that movie.
Are you suggesting I was being trolled? That it was a charade meant to make me look foolish?
Possibly. I know that sure didn't sound like her. But I think it's more likely that you made it all up because you know I like that movie. So I tip my cap to you. Well played, Miss Troll.
Now I'm wondering if you might be trolling me as well.
Okay, well, just between you and me, someone here is getting trolled. And it just might be all three of us.
Okay.
But you should have told me you like little monsters. We could jam about that. What's your favorite part?
Suspicions pitching once again toward the conclusion that you are just very stupid.
I really want to get a Little Monsters poster, but they're hard to find. I asked my dad for one for Christmas. Fingers crossed.
I'm guessing that's the human equivalent of 12th Perigee's Eve. Will your adult human custodian forage for leavings as ours do?
Yup, that sure keeps sounding alien of you. Keep up the good work. Listen, I'm kind of busy. I have to go wrap this present and mail it in a hurry, so I'm going to block you. But I might unblock you again soon, because you're kind of cool.
Your blocks mean nothing, but don't worry, you won't hear from me again.
Yeah, well, you might just hear from me. Also, you should give Rose another chance. She is really great. Whatever she did, she was probably just pulling her mind games on you. It's all in fun. There's more to her than that, you'll see. Bye.
Ah, stupid trolls! Looks like this package is going to be late.
The conversations with the other two humans didn't go that well either. Must be something about the human intellect and the specific posture it assumes, particularly when a certain subject is broached. And yet... your curiosity, it remains piqued. How maddening. Earth is surprisingly pretty. It seems very... bright. Okay, you will have to admit that is a nice outfit. Humans get points for fashion too. You begrudgingly concede a single snark tick to the stylish human and her loyal snow luces. Kanaya, troll Rose human again. In a little while, she is back in her hive. You prepare an ambush. This time, the fashionable handcrafted gloves are coming off. You proceed to have your second conversation. You feel pretty good about your effort. It was a measured balance of barbs and condescension. Your leader will be pleased with the report. And yet, it seems the John human was right. This is not the same Rose human you dealt with before. She has been toying with you all along. Oh, the curiosity. How it persists. The maddening, maddening curiosity. Your arbitrating gauge decides on a draw. Snark reaped and sown in equal distribution. This is far from over. Kanaya, explore this human emotion called friendship. You can only assume this is a somewhat typical way for human relationships to blossom. It seems friendship for some humans is a basic aggregation of shallow and insincere hostilities. Human friendship sure is complicated. You skip ahead to a point on her timeline when you suspect friendship may plausibly have been established already. You have your third conversation. It does not go as well as you'd hoped. Rose takes the lead. Your fourth, fifth, and sixth conversations didn't fare much better. This friendship is stalling fast. What are you doing wrong? You are now getting your ass handed to you on a silver nutrition plateau. You are in serious need of a ploy to turn the tables in this duel of snarky one-upsmanship. Some advice couldn't hurt, you suppose. Kanaya, troll the Dave human. You decide to seek counsel from the Rose human's dark-spectacled friend. You believe you understand how to proceed. Kanaya, have seventh conversation. You put into motion a cunning plan in your seventh conversation, in which you have attached a mission-critical text document. Lalonde has finally been outmaneuvered. The horse-shitometer is lopsided in your favor, and most delightfully of all, this fiendish ploy has ensured that all previous snark ticks against you have been rendered completely irrelevant. It turns out they were just a consequence of your future design all along. You cannot hope to beat Kanaya Merriam in a snark-off. She is simply the best there is. Kanaya, hop to 8=8. You scan her timeline for the right moment to sync up both your sides of the dialogue. Ideally, she will have long since discarded her train of thought. You will finally reap the spoils of all your careful subterfuge. You will reap them good. The flighty broads and their snarky horse-shitometer explodes. It simply cannot take this much horse shit. Kanaya, have 8th conversation.
What the hell did you just do?
Oh, hi there.
You actually did it. Blew it up, I mean. I had begun to believe that was embellishment.
This is it, isn't it?
What is it?
This is the 8th conversation between us from your perspective, as well as mine.
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to this.
Really?
Yes. I have some questions for you.
What questions do you have?
I'll start with a simple one. Do trolls have names?
Now, John, make backup computer. You make a new Cosby top so you can do some serious computing on the go. You barely had a chance to mess around with the first one you made before it was pilfered by a scurrilous imp. Okay, it was actually a Silidex mishap, but whatever. Remember how that happened? That didn't stop being a thing that happened or anything. Now, John, reunite with loving fatherly comedian-themed laptop.
What the hell are you doing?
Oh, hey.
John, stop kissing that adult brown male human computer at once!
But it's Bill Cosby. He's back. In laptop form.
Man, it is just another waste of time. Everything you do is a huge waste. A stupid, pointless bunch of wasty wastes.
Excuse me, but spending just a little quality time with my man Bill here is not a wasty waste at all. No amount of 8s and words will make that true.
You have important things to do. Remember, Jade?
Of course I do, jeez. Okay, I'm going.
No! Ugh!
What?
What the fuck are you doing now?
I'm going to blast off and fly a little higher to see if I can find Nana up there. And then I'll install the game. It'll only take a second.
No, that's not what I mean. I know that's what you're going to do. You're just not supposed to do it now. You're supposed to do something else first, and then fly up. It's right here on your timeline. By attempting to do the thing you're not supposed to do yet, you're just wasting more of our time.
Jeez, you are incredibly bossy. More like Marquise Bossy Fangs.
I told you that's my role-playing name, not my real one, so your weak burn means nothing.
No, you did not tell me you like to play Troll Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yes, John, I'm really going to know what that stupid Earth game is just because you put troll in front of it. Stupid.
I will find out what your name is. I am tricky and I have ways.
Doubt it. Now shut up and do what you're going to do next.
I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Apparently what I thought I was going to do was wrong, so why don't you tell me?
Because that's ridiculous. That would be a ridiculous way for us to do things.
Has it occurred to you that I might be wasting so much time because you keep pestering me, telling me how much time I'm wasting? And then when I'm about to make progress, you tell me I'm doing the wrong thing. If it weren't for you, I will be playing this game already.
Okay, shut up. Fine, I will hold your hand every step of the way since that's apparently how you want to do this.
But it isn't.
I said shut up. Look, you are about to make yourself a new outfit, and then you will fly up and install the game.
Oh. But why would I do that? My Ectolab suit is rad.
Because you look like an idiot.
Hmm.
Seriously, it's a good thing I did decide to bother you now. Otherwise, you would go through the game looking like a little weenie boy Skylark.
What is a boy Skylark?
It is the most terrible, gutless class for wimpy losers. Ones who have no idea how to handle themselves when a girl talks to them and stuff.
Actually, I think I remember passing that rung on my ladder a while ago.
Yes, exactly. It is beneath you, John. You are clearly much better than that. You should dress like it.
Who cares what I dress like? It's what's inside the adventurer that counts.
I watched you actually say that with a straight face. Oh my god.
Why are you taking such an interest in my fashion anyway?
Trolls are an extremely fashion-minded race, John. You should make a note of this, since you pretend to be a scientist or something.
Sounds like you have a really lame culture.
John, that is an outrageous thing to say. You don't even know how important the fashions are, so be quiet.
Lame!
Look at that! You counted out 8 A's for me, John. That is so thoughtful of you.
Oh, I didn't even count. It just turned out like that.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. I'll make a new suit, but I'm not ditching my Ecto suit. It is so sweet I look like Link! If Zelda was a quest about an elf scientist. I am the Wind Waker. It's me.
I know you are, John. Now empty out your Silidex and let's see what sort of killer gear we can make for you. But do it fast!
Kanaya, have 16th conversation.
Okay, this will probably strike you as an odd moment for me to mention this, but actually, there are not many moments I've observed on your timeline which wouldn't qualify as odd, and somehow, your idle moments seem to invite interruption the least, and this is a difficult topic for me to broach, for reasons that you probably won't understand.
You're rambling again, Kanaya.
Okay, sorry. I've just been meaning to say that I read your instructional guide.
Oh?
Yeah.
Sorry to hear you were subjected to that.
Why?
Well, it was a little melodramatic in retrospect. Heavy-handed. But now it's stuck on that server forever, broadcasting the notes of a very confused girl sifting through the aftermath of just another pedestrian apocalypse somewhere in Paradox space. Have you ever written a message you regretted instantly upon sending?
Lately, almost perpetually.
That line included?
Wow. Yeah, kind of. Also, that one.
I'm sure you must regard the walkthrough as pretty quaint, as a veteran of the game.
Actually, at the time of reading it lent some useful insight into the nature of the game I hadn't yet considered, and the author, I guess.
At the time? When exactly did you read it?
By the way, what are you doing here? Is this part of your ongoing investigation?
Yes.
Are these tactics really necessary?
It's faster this way. If there's one thing you and your friends regularly remind us, it's that time is not on our side.
I know, but I thought our methods earlier were effective in illuminating the underpinnings of the game. You ask some questions, and I answer, if I can.
Yes, that has been effective, but you don't know everything, do you?
No.
My current strategy is comprehensive. Your notes have been helpful, but the facts you've supplied are being cross-referenced with understandings I already have, and data gathered by the sort of means presently on display. I still have more questions for you, which I will ask in time.
Okay, but these means presently on display are making me a little nervous. I think it's kind of a reckless use of...
Of what?
These forces.
Dark magic, you mean?
Yes, well, influenced by the gods from the furthest ring, the communion you seem to have developed with them, I find kind of troubling.
I don't think they're as nefarious as you might imagine. Many of them seem to be intent on helping us.
How exactly do you know that?
From their whispers in my dreams.
How much time have you really spent sleeping since you began playing?
Not much, but quite a lot in a failed timeline. And now and then, memories surface from that alternate reality. Vague memories, but unmistakable in familiarity. Like spontaneously remembering a dream from years ago by some inexplicable catalyst. In that reality, they spoke to me in my sleep and told me much of what I needed to know, including what to do to reset our timeline and create the present reality.
That makes me no less nervous. Our understanding is that influence from doomed timelines, though seemingly necessary to advance in the alpha reality, is generally inauspicious. Travelers from such branches are marked for death, and though it was only an insubstantial part of you which travelled, just memories, I suppose, it's still troubling.
I have assurances that I'm on the right track. Surely you must have spoken to the gods by now. What did they tell you to make you so suspicious?
Actually, I haven't. I have never visited Derse, or travelled beyond the Veil. Prospit's moon was my home for most of my dreaming life.
It was?
Yes.
This surprises me.
Why?
Good question.
Skya was always the foil for my curiosity, but it only showed me what I needed to see. It very much had the presence of something sentient and benevolent, but silent, not something to converse with or be instructed by, or anything with an agenda beyond which it knows to be manifest already, like a very clear mirror that has everything there is to see inside it, but only some of the things are visible at any given moment. I always trusted it, and I don't trust gods that would eschew its light.
You didn't actually answer my question. When was it exactly that you read my walkthrough?
Oh, a while ago.
Before you first contacted me?
I have to confess that I've been experiencing something like impression whiplash since that time.
What do you mean?
At first, I thought you were foolish and incompetent.
My apologies for whatever misstep I may have taken to dispel that impression. It was an honest mistake, I swear.
You see, that's what I'm talking about. That was a very snarky remark that happened just now, stratified by your signature varieties of insincerity, which cut through the literal meaning of the statement like colourful ribbons. And the net intent is something maddening to try to know. Its meaning, I think, exists at the inscrutable nexus of semantic space where humour chafes against soft malice, a place perhaps the human mind occupies more comfortably. I don't know. Xenopsychology isn't my strong suit, or even a real word. Yeah, I know, I'm babbling again. The point is, it's not the type of behaviour a very stupid person can perpetrate, and so my impression has thrashed around from conversation to conversation, and now, rather than suspecting you of incompetence, I have begun to fear just the opposite. I think you might be dangerous.
To whom?
Maybe not knowing is what really bothers me. Why don't you put the turtle ruins down and return to your house? I have sketched some new outfits for you that I think are nice. We could try to make them. It will be fun.
You seem to have taken quite an interest in my wardrobe decisions. Are all trolls so fashion-minded?
No, sadly.
Maybe later.
What if there isn't a later?
Well, we already know there won't be. That's nothing new.
I mean, there not being a later might happen sooner than you think.
Wow, what?
I mean, for you, specifically. Okay. This was something else I wanted to say, or ask about, but I'm afraid my asking might play a role in the outcome, and I don't know if I want that.
The outcome will happen one way or another, whether you have something to do with it or not. You might as well ask me. At least when it happens, you'll understand what it is that's happening. And just maybe, if we're really lucky, so will I. I have questions for you, too. Let's swap ignorance, okay?
Alright. I can't see you in the future. The viewport won't let me after a certain point. It's black. But only for you, not the others.
When?
Several hours from now. Do you know why this could be?
I have no idea. I can't see the future. I'm a disreputable Derse dreamer, remember? But I promise that if I have a hand in it, it won't be because you told me. Does that make you feel better?
Sort of. But it remains ominous.
Is that why you want to dissuade me from my admittedly zealous investigation to go play dress-up again? Because our time here is almost up? And you hope what's on the other side of the dark curtain for me is not some sort of corruption or damnation?
Also, sort of.
That's thoughtful of you. To strive to pacify me as I scuffle down this black corridor.
Wait, is that what I'm doing?
Is it?
On second thought, that's not what I want to do.
Oh, well, that's a pity. Who will make sure my soul isn't forfeit in service of the gods, then?
Well, I hope that doesn't happen, but I'd rather not get stuck in that kind of pattern again. So, if you want to wreck turtle villages and tear your planet apart on the Council of Dark Gods. Fine with me, I guess.
What do you mean, again?
I'll do the thing you do when you don't say anything. ...
One simple word can so easily begin a story in a very thick book. But I guess we won't open this one?
What was your question? I believe you're owed some compensatory ignorance.
Yes, I was wondering. What do you know about the Green Sun?
I've never heard of it.
Thank you. The transaction was very tidy.
Agreed.